Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for more of Planet Puppy's puppy training series. I'm Jim Piddock, and while I've been known to play a dog expert on the big screen, the fact of the matter is, well, I'm not. And that's why I've invited dog expert Martin Deely to give us tips on how to properly socialise your puppy. Hey Martin, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, glad to be here, Jim. And you know, this little fella here, his name is Rodeo. Puppyhood for him is just the perfect time to begin socializing. Familiarize, I sometimes call it.
So Martin, what's the first step in properly socializing a puppy?
You know, Jim, it all starts from the moment you meet them. You know, you're going to meet a little puppy, and if you don't watch out, you overpower it, you can overload it. And we don't want to overload its senses, so we try and stay calm, we try and stay, if you like, cool with the dog. Let's put it that way.
And then when you get home, what then?
Well, I don't, again, like to be overwhelm them. I like it to be kind of one new face at a time, one new experience at a time, getting familiar.
So how long do I have to wait before I take him to the next big family reunion?
Well, it depends on the puppy. I think this one we could almost do it straight away. But I'd say that if you can introduce them gradually into the family within a few weeks to be ready to meet the world. And you'll be able to read your dog. You'll be able to tell what your dog will accept, and you can take it then from there. When it's ready to meet the world, you'll know.
How do you mean by that?
Well, expose your dog to different people, different uniforms. It's surprising how certain things affect the dog, concerning him a little bit. These first 3 months of little Rodeo's life, or any dog's life, is considered like a socialization period. And if you get it wrong, it can affect him for the rest of his life.
Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the fundamentals of socializing with other dogs. What's the proper way to do that? Now, actually, before you answer that, there's someone else that needs to hear this. One moment here. I'd like you to meet little Foxy here. Isn't she gorgeous?
Hello, Fox. She's darling. She really is. In fact, I see you've got a leash on. That's great. It's just a little light leash. And when two dogs meet, I like them to be on leashes. And I like them to have room to move about. I like them to be in a different area. In other words, an area they don't know, so they're not going to protect anything. And I like them to be able to sniff and to check each other out, because the use scent is a form of communication.
There you go.
So a relaxed, easy atmosphere.
Yeah, well, they seem to be getting along okay so far. Now tell me, I have a question that I'm sure everyone's thought of. The bum sniffing, what's that about? Why do they do that? I mean, these two actually didn't go through that routine, but normally...
Not yet.
Now, what does that mean?
It's like a fingerprint, I think.
I think each dog... I don't have fingerprints on my bum. I hope I don't have fingerprints on.
I think the dog can read a particular identity. I think a dog can read a personality, if you like, a character of another dog. It's telling them what they're like.
What if they don't happen to get along? Well, what do we do then?
Well, one of the things that you got to always look at is the dog's body action. I'm looking at this little fella. He has very relaxed jaws. Yes. This one's saying, I think I might like that stick. Now, what we've got to be always careful about, if it's his stick and that stick, then we're not quite sure what's going to happen.
She's sort of playing hard to get, isn't she? She's like, I'm more interested in the stick than you.
That's correct. Yeah. So stay calm. And always, if you like, you can always move your dog away and give it another position. Let's just say, sit. Good.
And Rodeo's playing hard to get.
And Rodeo there. Yeah. So the idea is read their body language, see what's going to happen, redirect into a position where you're happy.
Right. And if my dog is happens to be the aggressor, which is, I don't think, terribly likely in Foxy's case, but what would you do in that case?
I'd probably not be friends with you anymore.
Whoa!
Whoa! Sure. It's the way to break friends sometimes, of course, because people...
Absolutely, you're right.
Dogs always want to make friends with each other, perhaps, or you want your dogs to make friends. It happens, in fact, some dogs are a little bit more aggressive than others. These two aren't worried at all, as I say. Yeah. So they're a bit more aggressive, so watch for signs of in their body. Look for body language. Look for when they're stiffening a bit. Look for ears that come up. Look for that kind of posturing that makes you think, I'm not too sure. What I would say is I'd probably go, and then redirect again, like we're going to do with this fella here. Yeah. Because I'm in charge. Okay. They can be friends, but they don't actually fight with each other, don't get aggressive with each other. They don't need to.
Right. So when you take food off my plate, I go, Correct. Okay. Next time I'll remember that. If you're lucky enough to have one near you, what about dog parks? Do you think they're good for socializing dogs?
I think dog parks are a great idea, providing the dogs within it are all socialized as well. Right. Let's put it that way.
Good luck. Yeah.
Okay. I like a variety of situations, and a dog park will give you that. Yeah. So introduce them slowly. take them around the outside, well away. Let them smell, hear, sense the whole environment.
Yeah.
Do it on a leash. Take them closer until you take them into the park, but again on a leash as well. Once they seem comfortable, watch your little dog, don't get overexcited, don't get nervousness. I have to remain calm and confident as well, because I can put tension down a leash so easily.
Well, that's about it. So now let's do our Eukanuba recap, the 5 stars on puppy socialization. 1. Introduce your puppy to others immediately during the first 3 months. Of course, start slowly until he seems to be totally comfortable. 2. Bring your puppy around a variety of different people. The more you expose them to, the merrier they'll be. 3. If your puppy misbehaves with other dogs, don't make a scene. The trick is to remove the little guy from the situation and give him lots of love and attention. 4. Be patient with your puppy if he's shy. He's going to be timid around new people at first, but that doesn't mean he won't be comfortable at the end of the encounter. 5. Dog parks should be fun social experiences. Just keep on the lookout for other dogs who might pose a problem. Well, all this talk of socializing is making me want to go for a walk. Yes, Foxy, with you. Okay, see you next time on the Puppy Training Series here on Eukanuba TV, dedicated to making a good dog great.